So hello and welcome back to my channel. Excuse my voice. I'm very stuffy. I need to trim my ends because the last time I cut my hair, I used a scissors as a hair scissors, and it's been bugging me. And I feel like if my ends acting up because of it, so I am going to trim over my hair and use proper hair scissors this time. So the first thing I'm going to do is section out my hair in 4 sections. Right, and this is mostly because I want to have my hair in more manageable sections, and I'm going to be cutting my ends in sections as well because you see the type of hair I have. Okay, it is type 4B 4C kind of hair, and I need to put it in sections to make life a little bit easier for myself. Okay, so I'm first going to put it in 4 sections, and then I'm going to section out a portion in the middle to cut. Now just be mindful, this is my preference on how I like to cut my hair because of the shape that I get when I cut my hair like this. So yeah, you'll have to cut your hair according to your shape, right? So I like a kind of rounded shape, and then also I cut it because of how my hair shrinks. Okay, my hair, the top part of my hair does tend to shrink a little bit more than the back. Okay, because yeah, it does shrink more than the back. Anyways, I get distracted because I was watching how I pull out the front part of my hair and how long it is, and I don't know what order, but when my hair was relaxed, that little bit of pig there never used to grow past my nose. Never. And when I buy my nose, it's struggling. So to see that it's struggling under my chin, mind blown. Mind blown. But anyways, yeah. Have a proper hair scissors there, and I just trying to make sure I get okay. You know, sometimes the hair in front is be very short and struggling, but we don't really take it on. But anyways, so I wanted to cut that portion in front, the extra thin, just that part in front, to make sure I get the stragglers, the straggling pieces, right? But I was very surprised to see the length of it under my chin. I was like, what? Like I tell you, when my hair was relaxed, it struggling by my nose. And look at it now, thriving. And I'm bleaching my hair. Like bleaching the living daylight of my hair. And I'm still thinking about bleaching it again. But I promised myself once a year, I already put bleach in my hair for the year. So next year, please God, we shall see how my hair holding up, if it is accurate. Apply some bleach to them ends to kind of even out the color, because trust me, them colors horrible. And it's just start of that day. Anyways, you can see what I'm talking about. We're not on coloring, we are on the cutting them ends. Okay. So what I'm doing is taking each section, detangling it, and as you can see, when I reach the end, it's a bit of a struggle, right? I'm pulling it out, looking at the ends, realizing one side of my hair is longer than the other side, and I don't know why, but I don't know. I know some people that say it's because of how you're asleep, that one side of your hair will go more than the other. I don't know. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I really don't know. But anyways, as you can see, one side is longer than the other side. So yeah, I need to even that out. Snip, snip, snip. So all in all, like I say, I cut my hair average about an inch. There's so much, yeah, about an inch. Yeah, no love lost. Anyways, so that I cut off that big section there, I wanted to make sure that all the hair was even with the pieces that I cut in front. So I just do the next measurement, including the pieces in front and giving it a next little trim there, right? It's still under my chin, so yeah, good to go with that. I was happy with that. I like to say, measure twice, cut once, but you know, I got to that measure. But anyways, for you, measure twice, cut once, okay? So you see there, once again, the hair was uneven. Measure it again, cut it again, measure it again, cut it again. So now these sections get a little bit bigger because um the more inside my hair, the more hair grows, if that makes sense. Okay, it's like it's like a rope. The inner part of the rope fibers let's be stronger together than the outer part of the rope fibers. So my hair, my whole head come like a rope. The inner part of my hair it bangs together, they bond together better than the hair on my hairline. Right? The hair on my hairline very thin, especially how I have in some postpartum shedding, but the hair on the inside is much thicker as you can see. Right, so I don't need to section it as small as the front section to cut it because hair healthy on the inside. Long story short. But with the color, you see, this is what I was talking about with the color. Look at that unevenness there. I hate it. It's very annoying. I need to set aside a day and actually do it properly. But anyways, so from that first section, I am going to go and do each side of my head based off of that first section. Right? So I'm going to part it. I'm going to look at that. Look at them colors. Oh my gosh. I need to do that over. But anyways, yeah. So I section off some from the side there, and I'm going to measure the middle section with that little piece that I cut. Um, Measure it off, kind of more to one side of my hair, and cut it from there. So I'm combing it in the direction that I want to cut it. So I'm combing it down like this, sort of angle way, and then I'm going to cut the hair even across. Right, so now you're seeing exactly where I need to cut. Look at that. Look at that. You're seeing where I need to cut. Shing! Right across. Beautiful. I do hope that you appreciate the noise of the scissors. The shing! Yeah, that was the scissors. Trying to make it sound like a blade. Clearly, I'm delirious and sleepy. Anyways, doing this voiceover after my baby girl is sleeping. So yeah, I try to not have the phone around her too often because Manabla seem to like screen already. Now look at that, you see it exactly where I need to cut. It's very easy to spot there. Anyways, yeah, Manabla, she eyes be glued to the phone one side of my hand, so I try not to have her look at my phone too often. So if I have a feeling and whatnot, I try and, like I said, try and be the operator for it because I'm not perfect. I'm trying for her not to get too addicted to the screen at such a young age, you know? Anyways, yeah. So now that I finished that section, I'm going to take out a little more sections because I know it's like working section. Sections is your friend. Anyways, so I'm gonna put that little section there away, and there's a section to cut, and I'm going to take a little bit from on top because that is where I'm going to use as a reference to cut the hair because we don't want to cut uneven. Okay, so put that section on top away because we finished with that section, and take your time, detangle, and cut away. So once again, combing it out. Oh, okay, yeah. So, combing it out in the direction that I wanted to cut, which is like this angle. You see it here. Measure out the hair, and then snip away them edges there. Look at that color. Oh my gosh. I need to dye over my hair. I need to bleach over my hair. But I'll save it for next year and make sure and save it for a day where I can take my time and do the color correction properly because that is a good happen. That is a good happen. So now we're on the last section. Yay! And basically do the same thing that we did to the first, well, not the first, to the last two sections, right? But oh my gosh, look at that color. This is why I feel like I want to cut off everything I started from. See that dark spot in the middle? Ugh. Ugh. Anyways, I need to really take time and do my hair. That look like a whole process, but anyways. And if I can pay somebody to correct it, but anyways, yeah. So I'm just trimming my ends there, and then as I finish with that section, I'm going to unloose it, comb out this entire section, and make sure that I like how the shape is, I like how it's looking, and if I need to trim something, trim it, like that little extra piece at the end there. Yeah, here you go, and let her trim. Alright, now for the back piece, I am going to split it into. So first I'm going to comb it out, and then I'm going to do the top half and then the bottom half. Now this is how I do it because I don't have anybody to trim my hair, so this is how I do it. Right, so I'm going to section off the bottom because that section is going to be last to cut, and I'm going to cut off the section on top. And what I am going to do is take out some hair from in front, because this is going to be like a reference point to cut the first top section in the back. Alright, so next time to measure and cut, so that's showing I have both sections. I'm going to comb them out together, and then I'm going to bring it at the angle that I want. I'm seeing how much hair needs to be trimmed, and I'm going to cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it. Right, so now that I finish that, I'm going to gather all my hair, bring it down, and measure it at a particular angle, and trim it accordingly, okay? And then when I finish with this part here, yes, I'm sweating, it was hot. I am going to section off and do the bottom half. And of course cutting it according to the reference of the section that was cut before. Now, like I said, my hair kind of shaped like a mullet kind of haircut, and I don't like it, so I will be taking a lot more off the bottom of my hair than is necessary. When I finish cutting here, I'm bring it out to see what needs to cut, and as you can see, that piece in the middle there, which should be down the middle of my back, is a little extra long, so I need to cut it. So yeah, swiping off my sweat because I told me I was warm. Anyways, pull it out. See that section is still long, so I'm gonna cut it off. Alright, and that's it for this side, and I'm going to repeat the same thing to the other side of my hair, and that's it for the cutting. Alright, and this is section it looked like when I done cut. I'm happy with the haircut, so that's it. It's doing just so. What I'm not happy with is my bleaching job. It looks horrid. It looks horrible. I don't know if Korea could try and get out one color, or I don't know, but something needs to happen because this is not cute. However, I love the shape. But yes, I was a baker underneath all out here. So what I'm doing here, even though my hair growing out, you see them little small sections of long strands that in between the hair that was breaking up. I just decided to cut it because I like to have them little straggling pieces, okay? The struggling down the own, the partner and fall off and one. So I cutting it to meet the length of the rest of the section that fall out and that was cut. Yeah, because I did cut before, right? But anyways, the hairline growing back is looking much better than it was before. So yeah, come to come. Alright, and after this I'm going to shampoo my hair. Okay, so I have this section over here to do, right? So right, this cold is killing me. Anyways, so I just had this section to do, and what I use is the hair growth oil. It's a leave-in conditioner. Well, it is the same, almost the same leave-in conditioner base, but I put some chili powder in it. So if you see the dust particles or whatnot in it, yeah, I did chili powder, and I use the butter love to seal it in, right? Yeah, I have more than one of these. I don't know, I'm so bad at this. I have more than one in the container, and I'm using more than one in the container. Make no sense. But anyways, one upstairs, one downstairs. So that's what we're doing. There's the one downstairs. I was using one upstairs to do this whole section of my hair. I run out of oil, so I see I'll do the next set the next day, which is today, right? So first thing first, put on my hair with oil, and I'm just going to apply that to my hair. That's it. You don't want to throw your oil. Right, I like to just take my fingers and go through the roots with it like this. Just massage this scalp with the oil, right? After that, I'm going to take this. See if you can see. See the little sparks in it? Go check the cover. Check out the cover. See that? Okay. I take that. So about that amount. and focus it on the body and the ends of the hair, not necessarily the roots. The roots have the oil. I take a big thick comb, start from the ends, work your way up. The top section here, I have 3 twists. So this one going in 2, so give it 3, 2, 1. So much better than I was before. Anyways, the button off. Right, and then it will swell up and look like this side. Anyways, this is the finishing of my hair, and the hairline growing back. Make it back thick. Remember I cut the hair so it's short, but they're growing back in and getting back full, most important. And for future reference, I think whatever portion of my hair I want to do the baby hair with, I'll cut it because it don't make sense trying to do baby hair and always bursting up here to try to make baby hair to make the the whatever look good. So I will cut it. And I realize with the hair a particular length it will curl back up. So that will also help with the baby hair looking presentable. Anyways, that's it. I cut my ends, my hair feeling much better, the detangling easier. My hair is still shedding a lot more than it normally would, but it's shedding less than before. If you haven't been just right there in the see feet. Anyways, yeah. So that's what's going on with me and my hair. Still shedding, not as bad as it was before, and my hairline going back in. So bye.